Wow, Michael Diaz, man, you have the first international food company or designer food company, I would say, in Miami. Man, you're doing Thai chilies and Indian sauces and jellies from Cuba and what do you have? A Cuban sriracha ketchup? And you're doing this.
Had people try the ketchup and they literally say they will never have another ketchup again.
Wow, well that's for me, man. I hate all that.
And I don't know, probably like 10% of the production staff have actually asked me to send them more Cuban sriracha ketchup and more products. You taste the flavor in it, the quality. You could tell that my I don't want to be cliche or anything, but my love was going into the product I made.
Your heart. I mean, this is you call yourself an artisan, and I think that's right. I mean, you're a PhD candidate in IT and business, but your heart is really in this food. It sounds like, and you're making food like an artist would, right?
Exactly. And it's not only it's any type of food. Fermentation, distillation are my hobbies essentially. I make wine intermittently. I love wine, studying the wine, viticulture growing regions and such. So, I mean, anything, and it's kind of funny. I tell these people that think I'm a drunk. Anything fermented, distilled is my hobbies.
I got some socks up in my closet. I sort of smell that way. But what you're really showing, I think, in our country is that, instead of buying these big processed mass-produced foods, you could get real stuff that's tastier, more flavorful, and has more heart in it, just from a guy like you on the internet than you'll ever find in the supermarket.
Yeah, you don't have to worry about, a wrap being chopped up into the sauce or whatnot, because literally every single pepper we cut, so imagine 3,000-4,000 jalapenos being cut.
You're going to get an extra mouse in there once in a while in these factories.
For flavor.
But it's really what, and you have a crowdfunding site now. I mean, you're on Kickstarter, but you can go to pepperjellyco.com and pepperjellyco, or that's right, .com. And get to the Kickstarter project, because you're really getting good stuff. I mean, the ketchups, the jellies, the sauces, from a guy like you who spends his time and his love doing this with unique flavors and everything. But more importantly, you've been trying to do this for a while, and you even had 2 fundraising things that didn't work, and you're still back doing it, and now you're successful, so we know you really have your heart in this. Nothing's going to stop you from doing this.
Hopefully not, unless I break my foot or something. I don't know.
Well, you'll be there in a wheelchair doing the sauces.
I really enjoy the company. Sometimes after 14 hours of bottling, I will start thinking I don't. But at the end of the day, I love the contact I have with my backers, with the customers. I love the food. I eat what I make. It's not like I have 1,000 people making some products and I never know what I'm making. Not for money, essentially. Yeah. I do it because I enjoy doing it.
But that's why I think the failures you had initially trying to raise money on the internet, I mean, that is how you learned how to do it successfully, it seems like. Yeah. That you would not be successful at this point.
The Kickstarter helped fairly, but it's not only that. It's using a Kickstarter also gets the word out there. So my sauce people in Ireland, New Zealand, Australia, South Africa, everywhere throughout the world have tried my products. I could say that Cuban sriracha has been tried in 5 continents. How long would that require for a regular company to achieve?
Yeah, exactly.
That fact makes me very proud. It's worth everything. Sometimes the Kickstarter could get a bit exhausting because the backers deserve the attention. You need to communicate with them.
Goddamn customers get in the way, don't they?
But it's so worth it. I mean, like I said, I have so many backers from the last campaign who are coming back and helping us still and encouraging us and telling how much they love our products. That is a feeling that is very difficult to describe. It's awesome
Well,
for
I mean,
me.
it's someone who's saying what you're doing with your life is wonderful. We appreciate you so much. And what could be better in life than that? Than somebody telling you how great you are. You know? Your family thinks you're boring by now, so you don't get it at home that much. So strangers out of all over the world are saying how cool you are. Man, that's a wonderful feeling. Huh?
Yeah, the connection I'll have forever, essentially, with
Yeah.
these backers. They're friends, in my book. You know.
But it sounds like you really went through the first two reiterations that didn't work and learned the process better about what to be successful.
Well, yeah, I mean that's I guess central to my methods. Being an engineer, trial and error, seeing what works, seeing what doesn't work, and adjusting accordingly to make sure that a system does provide the performance required. So, I mean, I use that methodology for almost anything in my life. If I'm making a new product or if I'm trying to clean the car even, if it's 30 minutes, I will figure it out how to do it in 20 minutes next time and cleaner.
But I think that's all of life, and unfortunately, I think at least in this country we seem to we want to do one thing and be a millionaire by Tuesday, and if it doesn't work, we're somewhere else.
Goals are misaligned. If an individual thinks that money is the only goal, then in the end of the day, they're not going to be satisfied when they're laying down in the deathbed. The goal should. I mean, it's nice, obviously, to have a business creating money for you,
Right.
but you should want it to create money not for you, but for your generations, for my son, for my grandchildren. That's what makes the foundation of a company powerful when it's made with unselfish reasons. You see?
Or to me, it's also to make money for you to do what you think is important to do in life. If you think that people should have this kind of product, I mean, this is what people need, something very nutritious and organic and tasty and nicer than anything they could get mass-produced anywhere else. And so you have to figure out capitalism to keep that machine going. Otherwise, you can't provide that great product to people.
Exactly. I mean, it's just a process, all my projects are inspired by an older project or supported by an older product. So like you're saying, there's kind of like this perpetual creation due to like earlier catalyst,
An earlier failure that didn't work.
Yeah, or failure. I don't take no for an answer, so it kind of forces me to try harder next time.
And I think that's the only way to design a life, because you really don't know what works, and you think it works, it won't. But once you do it, then you see, what you should have thought of.
Exactly.
But you didn't have that feedback to think that. So you got to go out and do it, and that will get you to where you should be. Not sitting there doing nothing. That you shouldn't do.
Yeah, exactly. I sometimes prefer to learn the hard way, because that way the learn is stuck in here. I don't forget. And then I help my friends. Friends that want to open a juice company or open up an IT company, then I help them, and it's tribulation through, because now my friends are having it easier.
Well, it's always giving. I always think that the most selfish thing in life to do is to give, because it feels so good when you give. Well, that's what you're doing for us, Michael, with your sauces and jellies and ketchups and everything. And so to find this and to contribute to make sure you are there forever, so you give us good stuff, it's Pepper Jelly Co., PepperGellyCo.com. I flunked English in college, so I help people like me who really can't spell those things. And that will take you to your Kickstarter page and everything, and you'll be there forever, because no matter what fails, you're going to pick your butt up and do it again and do it better the next time, right? Well, thank you, Michael. Thank you for being there, and I look forward to carrying around a bottle of your ketchup that I'll have all the time.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for the opportunity to meet you. I've seen you since I was like 7 years old on television.
Oh! Wonderful.
Send me your information. I'll send you a little gift for you and your team.
Great. Thank you, Michael. Take care. And that's PepperJellyCo.com.
Exactly.